Hi, everybody. Welcome as we get set for a Thursday evening of volleyball here on JockJive. Coming in, riding an 8-game losing streak, Wallace. Selma, having lost last night, snapping a 10-game win streak, is Coastal Alabama North. And we are inside Assembly Hall here on the campus of Coastal North. And there's a different look to the offense and thus defense of North due to injury. We'll talk about that in a minute. St. Amant shoving it into the backcourt. Let's get the lineup set for you. For Coastal North, Lydia Miller, Morgan Dykes, Riley Edwards, Reese St. Amant, Julie Moschel, Haley Briggs, and the libero Kate Ball. If you're saying, hey, wait a minute, why isn't Morgan Dykes playing the libero spot? That brings us to the injury. Top scorer, Thompson Diggs, Thompson a lot of stuff. Ella Sprouse is out with a twisted ankle and will sit out a couple of weeks as a result. Driven over by Miller and a 2-zip Coastal North lead. So as a result of the injury to Sprouse, who would rather in this particular moment be on the floor versus sitting on the sidelines. But until she is better, it will change. Kate Paul and the libero, Morgan Dykes, the typical libero, instead becomes an outside hitter. Ace almost delivered by Moschel, but a nice dig out. However, unable to tip it over is Griffin. And Coastal North jumping out of the 4-zip lead, prompting a Wallace Selma timeout.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses, and now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes jumping out to the 4-0 start in this one as we take a look at Wallace Selma's starters. You've got Amber Cockrell, Elizabeth Griffin, Anaya Richardson, Markayla Scott, Lacey Segrist, Addison Vining, and the libero Miracle Jackson. And the Coyotes jumping out 5-zip lead. Wallace Selma has struggled this year. 0-5 in conference play, 0-8 overall, and have yet to win a set. Closest to a set victory was 27-25 as the aces delivered by Moschel. (27-25) to Southern Union was the closest the Patriots got to a set win. Also lost by 2 to Bevel State, 25-23. Moschel aiming for the corner, able to get to it was Segrist. Moschel ball bumping it over to Edwards, drives it cross court. It will go a little bit long, reaching up to return was Jackson, but couldn't get a hand on it. Good thing, at least for the Patriots, not so good for the Coyotes, as that 6-0 start is snapped. And the serve over to the other side of the floor. Just clearing the net for Addison Vining. Vining with a pump over to Segrist into the backcourt. Dykes able to get there. Shoved to Miller, pops it over. Underneath is Jackson. And that will go long for Scott. And a 7-1 Coyote lead, with Kate Ball going back to serve. Number 5 in the conference. Number 2 on the team in aces per set. Kate Ball with 31 service aces. Got the top of the net, trickles over. That is always tricky. And Scott not able to get a pass off. And Kate Ball will again serve. 166 team aces from a service standpoint coming in. for the Coyotes. That will go into the net for Segrist. And the Coyotes take a 9-1 lead. Kate Ball again serving. Sprouse, that injury happened against Pearl River on Saturday and was given about 2 weeks recovery time. So you're talking only about a week and a half before you get to the conference tournament at Sand Mountain. Popped over by St. Amant. Over it goes to the left side, but long is Cockrell. And the Coyotes with a 10-1 lead. Today starting another busy weekend of sports here. And we will talk about it in between sets. Segrist with a bump. Over it goes to Scott, drives it over. Back over to Edwards, goes cross court. Jackson is there. Two-handed shove over by Vining. Setting up Briggs, and Briggs will drop it in front of the sideline. And already a double-digit Coyote lead. Patriots have thrice this year lost 25-5. Tipped over and just a little bit low. Good thought from Griffin, but just went a tad wide with the tip to the other side. And Kate Ball will again serve. Coyotes 3-3 in conference play. Their only losses, what a nice dig by Ball, little joust on the net. St. Amant will win it though. It was between St. Amant and Griffin. But St. Amant able to power it over. Coyotes have only lost 3 games, and those have come to 2 teams this year. LBW and Enterprise State twice. Little tip over by Cockrell, setting up the mid part of the floor. Good block by Griffin. Bumped over to Briggs, drives it. Able to pull it off the top of the net and the roof twice before it is brought over by Jackson. Back set St. Amant, and she will stick it into the net. And the Patriots get their second point of the set. They are 0-24 in sets. Dyke's first pass shoved over to Briggs. Tips it into the backcourt. Able to get there was Jackson. Griffin shoving it over. Boschel got a hand on it, but couldn't get a pass to Edwards. And for the first time in the game, back-to-back points for Wallace Selma. Served over by Cockrell. St. Amant with a drive. Well, there have been far less games for Wallace Selma. They have had 8 matches, 24 sets. Coastal North playing in 17 matches and 62 sets. But there is certainly a discrepancy in service aces. And speaking of, there's one for St. Amant. Coastal North coming into today with 166 in the service ace department. Wallace Selma with 21. Well, St. Amant balancing it out. Into the net with a service error. Amy Matthews checking into the game for the Coyotes. She has played in 17 sets. 10 matches this year. Bangs it over, able to get there. Cockrell. Little free ball sent back over by Cockrell. Setting up Briggs. And that will go off for the block of Burns. Boschel coming out of the ball game. And Jolie Palmer checking in for the Coyotes. As Melina Cadero will serve. Smashed back over by Briggs. And Cadero again with the serve. .13 Coyote lead opening set. Over to Burns. Dug out nicely by Ball. Back set. Able to send it over was Palmer. Matthews with a drive. Pulled off the net nicely by Matthews. Over it goes to Segrist. Drops it in front of the inline. And the serve back over to the other side of the floor. Doing the honors, Markayla Scott looking for her first service ace. She didn't want an error. Looking for her first ace of the year. With a number by Matthews, able to get there, Scott. Canero the ball. Setting up Palmer, aiming for the corner and goes just a little bit long. Well, a big thank you to Daniel Head, the AD of all the Coastals. Stephen Dickey, head coach at Coastal North. For the privilege to bring you Coyote Volleyball, that will be Briggs, making it an 18-6 game. Here comes Miller back into the game for the Coyotes with Briggs back to serve. Flown over by Cockrell, setting up Miller, drives it. That's off Miller. Coyotes needing 6 to wrap up the opening set. And Briggs will serve. She does not serve often, but again, things change with the injury to Sprouse. And Selma comes off the floor. And as a matter of fact, the injury might be the only time she's come off the floor. Lacey Segrist tied for the team lead with 5 aces. She and Cockrell 5 each. Miller to Canero. Parlin, a lob over that front blocking line. Bumped over to Segrist into the backcourt. St. Amand. Matthews will drive it and kill it. Matthews coming out of the game. Morgan Dykes checking back in. (20 serving 7). Pulled off the net by Vining for the tip over. Ball with a set to Miller, driving across court. There returns Scott. And Palmer will jam it back over. Morgan Dykes again serving. In a 21-7 game. A set that currently is less than 14 minutes old. Misfiring with a pass is Vining. And Dykes serving again. Coyotes trying to win their 47th set. That will go off St. Amand, out of bounds. Cockrell getting the point for the Patriots. And 8 will serve 22. With Miracle Jackson back to serve. Two points away from an opening set win. Boy, you talk about with the loss of Sprouse, your kills leader, your digs leader, your second best hitter on the team percentage-wise. Tipped over by Griffin, setting up St. Amand. And the Coyotes one away from winning the opening set. Julie Beauchelle serving. Best on the team in aces with 51. And a two-handed shove by Vining. Over it goes to Miller. Miller drives it into the backcourt. Segrist there. And that will go a little long from Cockrell, the opening set, belonging to the Coyotes. And it took all of 15 and a half minutes to wrap it up. Well, wait just a minute. The official is calling umpires over, I think. Well, let's wait and see. Nope. Just alternating sides. Thought he had the umpires coming over. Maybe a conference on that last point, but no. We have wrapped it up. The opening set in the books. And it is a 25-8 victory for the Coyotes. Set number 2 coming up.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the EMT program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
We are playing one after one. Coyotes with an impressive 25-8 win to take an opening set victory. And let's take a look at what's coming up here on JockJive tomorrow night. Bayside Academy, Hillcrest Evergreen. That is a big game for the Admirals in region play. More volleyball on Saturday, 12 noon. We'll be in Bay Minette. To be precise, it'll be Jared Bells there, as the Coyotes will take on Sneed State. There's where I'm headed. South Carolina Bulldogs and Lewisburg Bulldogs of GMC, now the 5th-ranked team in the country. Allen University and Albany State on Saturday night at 7. And then we got a couple of fall leagues. The ABC Fall League Baseball on Saturday and Sunday here. I think Saturday we'll record, Sunday will be live. And then Showcase Series Baseball coming up this weekend as well. And all of that live Saturday as well as Sunday from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Ladies have swapped sides of the floor, and we'll get play back underway. Vining with the serve. And the opening point belonging to Savannah Creamer, who checks into the game. Had a little battle there in the middle of the floor with Scott. And the point is awarded to Coastal North. So the Coyotes, who scored, I think, 6 in a row to open up the first set, have got the opening points here. Segrist there first, Vining, bumping it over to Richardson. Edwards will drive it into the net. And the Patriots have tied it up, 1 apiece. Don't forget, too, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, that's a goal to get you signed up so we can get another goal. 5,200 signees. And then, of course, after we get that, we'll aim for 53. Played off the roof and trying to make a dive over teammate was Jackson. Couldn't get to it. And providing the point is Kylie Walker, who is now in the game. And we may have already seen everybody on the Coyote roster on the floor. Bumped over to Segrist. Ball is there. And I think Bochelle reached to try to bring it back over to St. Amant. There was a net violation, though, for Wallace Selma. So the Coyotes win the point. And Kylie Walker will serve. She's got one ace on the year. That is an error. And the Patriots draw to within one. Elizabeth Griffin serving. 2 aces this year for the 077 hitter. Back set to Edwards, drives it into the backcourt. Griffin there. Set for Burns, and Burns has tied it up at 3. Elizabeth Griffin again serving. This is a 101 hitting Wallace Selma team, which is number 12 in the conference. Patriots have got their first lead. 4-3 advantage. Coastal North, number 3 in the ACCC and hitting at .216. Walker there first. Nice block in the middle from Burns. And Wallace Selma taking a 2-point lead. Elizabeth Griffin with the serve. Into the backcourt to ball. Bochelle shoving it over to St. Amant. St. Amant able to get it through the Richardson block. And turns it into a 5-4 game with 4 serving 5. Savannah Creamer looking for her first ace of the year. Just clear the net. Almost got it except for the nice cockerel dig. At the back set, Edwards driving cross court, drops it in the corner. And the Coyotes knotted up at 5. Dalen Williamson stepping onto the floor. And Savannah Creamer will serve. Creamer, a 149 hitter this year. Drives it over, able to get there is Segrist. Bumped over by Viney. Over goes to St. Amant. Blocked out of bounds off of Richardson. And the Coyotes will get the lead back. All of this behind the serving of Creamer, who goes long. Wallace Selma knots it up at 6. We are not far removed from the conference tournament at Sand Mountain as the service error will hand the lead back over to the Coyotes. Back-to-back errors. One on the Coyote end and now one on the Patriot end of the floor. I understand that Sand Mountain is a new facility. And the Patriots with a 2-point lead. And the Patriots with a 2-point lead. Segrist again with a serve. Coyotes back to within 1. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. Reese St. Amant will serve. Reese St. Amant, 19 aces on the year. Jackson able to get there, but Cockrell not able to get a pass off. And Reese St. Amant will serve again. 149 kills for Reese St. Amant. Number 2 on the team. Fisted over by Cockrell. Over it goes to Walker, and Walker a little long. Serving is Jackson. Just about everybody on the Wallace Selma roster has played in a set or every set. Cockrell's the only one. She's played in 21 of the 24 sets. Otherwise, Burns, Griffin, Jackson, Richardson, Scott, Segrist, and Vining all have appeared in every one of these sets for the Patriots, who do not have a deep bench. They've got 2 on the bench. Guest with a 1-point lead. Addison Vining, 3 aces this year. 273 hitter. 7 kills. Serves it up. St. Amant there first. Cadero. Setting up Creamer, drives it over. Able to fist it across as Richardson, but goes wide. And the Coyotes tie it up at 11. Julie Beauchelle checking into the game to serve. For Coastal North, next, it is a Saturday trip to Mississippi. Taking on Jones. Beauchelle delivering with an ace that Segrist can't return. And I believe the next time here is Monday. Griffin, first pass, back over to Griffin. And you got an illegal lift. Coyotes by 2. And Beauchelle will serve again. Griffin able to get there, and is smashed right back by Walker, but looked like the Patriots might return it into the net from Griffin, and the Coyotes by 3. And Beauchelle continuing to serve. Wallace Selma, though, asking for time. We'll take the break, too.
Being a patient can make you feel helpless and vulnerable and scared. You're dependent on others to get well. Your care is in someone else's hands. Someone who, up until today, might have been a stranger, but somehow they know how you're feeling. Somebody who sees you as more than just a patient. Be somebody. Enroll in the nursing program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes winning the opening set big. This one's been closer. As a matter of fact, the 3-point current Coyote lead is their largest of the set. And the biggest Patriot lead in the set has been 2. Beauchelle serving it. Segrist there, Vining. Bumping it over to Cockrell on the block by Creamer. And the Coyotes grow the lead to 4. Beauchelle again with the serve. Setting up the mid part of the floor. Creamer bouncing it over to Walker. Little joust on the net, pulled off by Cockrell. Segrist able to return the free ball. Tipped over by Creamer. Over it goes to Richardson, blocked. Beauchelle able to get there. Ball over to Edwards, drives cross court. First pass, first touch, Jackson. And that a little bit long from Richardson. And the Coyotes will extend the lead to 5. Beauchelle still serving. 51, now 52. Beauchelle aces. She is number 1 in the ACCC in aces per set. Nearly won a set, 0.86 to be exact. And delivers up an ace there. Floated over to Richardson and then put right back by Creamer. And the Coyotes have apparently found their groove. Kind of a nip and tuck game until about the 10-point mark. As a matter of fact, I think we were tied at 11. If that be the case, 7 or 8 unanswered points. Driven over by Creamer. And Boschel serving again. Coyotes needing 6 to take a 2-0 lead. Boschel sending it over, Vining there. Bumped over to Richardson, and she'll go long. That is 10 unanswered Coyote points. Turning a close game into a not so much. Siegrist over to Vining. Back set, Cockrell drives it. First touch, St. Amand. Edwards able to get a hand on it. Griffin, two-handed Vining shove. It is bumped over to Edwards, tries it again. That will ricochet off the roof and off Cockrell. And the Coyotes up by double digits. As Boschel continues to serve, and the string of unanswered Coyote points goes to 11. Barely nibble the net, but able to get there, Cockrell. Bumped over by Griffin. Over to Walker, and Walker with a kill. And all of a sudden, the Coyotes have doubled up on the Patriots. Boschel again with the serve. Siegrist, first touch. Bumped over to Cockrell. Into the backcourt, St. Amand. Edwards steps back, delivers. Cockrell there. Here comes Siegrist. Aims for the corner, ball able to get to it. Edwards off of Siegrist. And the Coyotes 2 away from a 2-0 lead. And Boschel will try to serve up the 14th straight Coyote point. Bumped over to Edwards. Cockrell underneath, Vining. And that Griffin shot winds up on the Coyote side of the floor and snaps that string of 13 unanswered points. Cockrell with the serve. Creamer there first. Edwards will shove over. Vining to Siegrist. Aims for the inline. St. Amand able to get to it. Walker driving it. Nice return by Jackson. Walker again this time off the lip of the net. Coyotes needing 1 to take a 2-0 lead. Walker with his serve. Vining bumps it over to Siegrist. Aims for the corner, goes long, and the Coyotes have won 2 straight. So we wrap up 2, and the Coyotes now 1 away from wrapping up a Thursday match. 2-0 advantage, 25-8, 25-12, set 3 coming up.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
37 minutes into the match, and it's the Coyotes with a 2-0 lead, 25-8 and 25-12. Set 3 coming up. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're headed to Evergreen. Hopefully the weather will be cooperative, especially since we're going to be outside. Bayside and Hillcrest Evergreen, big matchup in 3A football. Volleyball on Saturday. Coyotes and Sneed State, that's a South versus North matchup. Jared Bates there for the 12 o'clock tip. Football in South Carolina. Ole Miss in South Carolina and Georgia Military College and Lewisburg are playing 3 miles apart on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to be there at the smaller of the venues. Georgia Military in Lewisburg. Also at Night Island University, Albany State football. And, of course, a couple of fall leagues this weekend. ABC Fall League and the Showcase Series. And the ABC Fall League, we carry Sunday's games live, and Showcase, we'll have both days for you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Want to watch this game later? Then you'll want to subscribe to our premium channel. And heck, while you're at it, might as well follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Set 3 underway. Bochelle starting it off. It'll ricochet off the roof from Richardson. And the Coyotes register the opening point. And they have scored first now in every set. Bochelle sending it over. Over it goes to Griffin. Ball first touch, and then the free ball sent over. Vining setting up Griffin. Aims for the inline. Briggs there. Over to Miller, driving in from the left side. And the Coyotes take a 2-zip lead. We are back here on Monday. Very busy week next week. As it is driven over by Cockrell, but long. Did it get fingertips, though? It did. And the Patriots will pick up the point in the serve as well. Vining handling the serve. 3 aces this year for Vining. To Briggs. Setting up Creamer, drives it. Bangs it off Segrist. Jackson got there, but teammates couldn't play it off the roof. And Lydia Miller will serve. I don't think she serves much. 3 aces on the year. How about another one? And if you could do that every time, I've talked about it before. If you could just bottle that shot where it catches the top of the net and trickles over, you're going to score a ton of points. Well, she tried again. That one didn't do it. Morgan Dykes back into the game. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. Cockrell serving. Ball first touch. Bochelle back set. And Creamer will shove it over. Well, she was like, I really didn't get all of that like I wanted to, but it counts. And we'll take it. Savannah Creamer still looking for that first ace this year. Fighting over to Siegrist, and Siegrist into the net. So something every day next week except Tuesday. And, of course, on Tuesday we record the JUCO Rush. You may want to check that out. Well, I think that might be officially the first ace of the year for Creamer. We talk junior college football. Vining able to get to it after the Siegrist first touch. And a 6-point lead. And 4 of the 6 behind the serve of Creamer. Another ace, dropped it in front of the end line. Didn't have any on the season coming into the set. It has 2 in the last 4 serves. Timeout on the floor, Wallace, Selma.
Max hates going to the vet. It smells funny. It makes him feel anxious. And worse, overweight. But today he doesn't feel well. So he and his person are glad that someone is there to make him better. Somebody who also understands what a good boy he is. Be somebody. Enroll in the Veterinary Technology Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes leading in 2-0 have jumped out to a 9-2 lead in set number 3. And Savannah Creamer has picked up a couple of aces in this serve rotation. Fires it over. Setting up the mid part of the floor, tipped over by Richardson. Moshell bumping into Briggs. And Briggs off Siegrist. Coyotes with a 10-2 lead. And Creamer serving again. Kayla Scott checking into the game for the Patriots as Siegrist comes out. Again, I'm not exactly sure of the official scoring on aces, but just because it's touched like that one doesn't mean it isn't an ace, and that could be ace number 3. Number Scott tips it over into the backcourt. Creamer there, setting up Matthews, and Matthews gives the Coyotes a double-digit lead. And Creamer will again serve. Floats it over to Cockrell, Vining, bumping it over to Scott. And Scott right here in my lap. Grabbed it on the one hop. And there won't be any footage of my catch. It is so seldom that I field things cleanly. Creamer with the service error comes out of the game. In is Dykes. And Amber Cockrell serving. Tied for the team lead in aces. Palmer on the floor brings it down the line. And here comes Melina Canero and Haley Westbury. Moshell exiting and Palmer exiting. And Canero will serve. Sends it over to the libero Jackson. Little joust to the net. Canero, Dykes driving it over. I don't know if you can get a kill from the backcourt, but if you can, she did. And Canero will serve. Last minute Cockrell decision to return. It's an ace for Canero. Alito Canero, 21 aces coming into the day, a .235 hitter. Coyotes looking to go 3-0 on Thursdays. Ball trying to dig it out and couldn't. Third time the Coyotes have played on a Thursday. They've won the prior two and are in pretty doggone good shape to do it again on Thursday, number 3. Westbury driving it over. The block from Westbury on the Scott effort. Burns bringing it over. Setting up Matthews, able to get there. Jackson. Westbury there first. Bumped over to Briggs. And she will drive it through the Burns block. Brings in to serve. Miller back into the game. And Dykes will come out. Coyotes, too, looking to improve to 10-2 on their home floor. And they are about to go on a run, though, where they just don't play here very often. They play here Monday, and I'm trying to remember if they've got another one in October, and then for the better part of the month on the road. Served up by Scott. Ball first touch. Canero setting up Miller. She will fist it over. Cockrell into the backcourt, ball there. Over to Miller again. Drives it, drops it in front of the end line. And Abby Matthews will serve. Dalen Williamson checking into the lineup. Creamer with some quality minutes going off the floor. Matthews serving it over, able to get there first. Richardson. Nice save by Walker. Miller to the mid part of the floor. Richardson there first. And I think he had a net violation on the part of the Coyotes. Miracle Jackson serving. All of the Lady Coyotes dressed out today with a chance to play. Sprouse not dressed out, not playing. And again, the hope is that she is back in a couple of weeks. Rolled that ankle. I can see an ankle brace. Well, the downside, too, is that you sit out 2 weeks. And then it takes you 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. Well, that got the antenna. Got to get a replay because the referee said no, it did not. The line judge thought it got the antenna. And the referee on the floor said no, it didn't, so we get a reserve. Into the backcourt to Ball. Over to Miller, drives it. She'll drop it in front of the end line. And Bochelle serving. .21 serving 6. Finding able to get it over. Ball able to put it back onto the floor. And Bochelle into the corner. Jackson there. Over to Cockrell. And that will ricochet off Walker. Vining serving. Addison Vining. 89 assists. And Williamson shot. It's too strong for Griffin to handle. Morgan Dykes back onto the floor. Nibble the top of the net. What a nice save by Jackson. Winds up going out off Cockrell, but just the ability of Jackson to get there and get a pass off. Dykes again on the serve. This time into the net. Amber Cockrell serving, 5 aces for Cockrell, and she has an error there. That gets the Coyotes one away from a set and match victory. And the Patriots a point away from falling to 0-9 on the season, 0-6 in the conference, and still looking for a set victory. Griffin into the net. And that will do it. It took 52 minutes to complete. And the Coyotes will go to 15-3 on the year. They have not lost back-to-back matches all year long. Lost yesterday to Enterprise State, back on the winning track against the Patriots. Coyotes off to Jones in Ellisville, Mississippi on Saturday. And we'll have them on Monday from right here. And the Coyotes now 3-0 on Thursdays, 10-2 on their home floor. And there is your final score. 25-8, 25-12, 25-8. Coyotes dominant win over